everyone, today we will discuss a very important topic regarding to polymer notes. As you all are aware of this thing that it was in news from quite some time regarding RBI issuing this polymer notes. So this topic become very important in context of technology as well as economy both. So we'll discuss this thing in detail. So let's start. First of all, why this particular topic is in news? So Reserve Bank of India is actively reviving a decade-old plan to introduce polymer currency notes. What RBI is saying? RBI is saying they are introducing polymer currency notes. Second, the Bharatiya Reserve Bank Note Mudran Private Limited. This is very important and might be a question can be asked like Bharatiya Reserve Bank Note Mudran Private Limited is under which? So it's a subsidiary of RBI who issue a global expression of interest to begin with lower denomination of 10 rupee and 20 rupee. So initially this plastic or polymer notes, when we are saying this thing, it is starting with rupees 10 and 20 because they are being used quite large in Indian system. हमारी Indian economy में सबसे ज़्यादा use होने वाले यही दो currency notes हैं. Then this marked the strongest step towards introducing plastic currency in India as the idea first proposed in 2009. Now this might not be that important, but UPSC can ask a question in prelims. Who first introduced the polymer banknote series? So 60 countries including Australia. Australia is the first one who start polymer currency in some form. Now a question may be asked like what is so special in this polymer currency note and why India is focusing on this polymer currency note. So this is important that they are made from biaxially oriented polypropylene unlike traditional Indian currency which is made up of 100% cotton pulp paper. This is extremely important to know that these polymer banknotes are currency notes made from biaxially oriented polypropylene. Second, polymer notes generally last 2.5 to 4 times longer than paper banknotes. These questions can be asked in prelims exam. So remember this. And even if you want to write anything in mains, you can specifically use these points. That these polymer notes generally last 2.5 to 4 times longer than paper banknotes. Third, India spent nearly 5,000 crore annually on replacing damaged and soiled currency. You can use these things in mains answer also. So due to soiling rate, the rate at which physical currency notes are returned to central bank because they are too dirty, damaged or otherwise unfit for circulation, it is 20 to 24 billion soiled notes are destroyed every year. Guys, that is the major reason why we are focusing on these polymer notes. If you talk about the value, around 5,000 crore annually is being incurred on replacing them. And how much notes? 20 to 24 billion soiled notes are destroyed every year under RBI's clean note policy. And why they decided to start with 10 rupee and 20 rupee note? As I told you that 10 and 20 deterioration rapidly because of their frequent circulation. Moving ahead, we are launching our foundation batch. This is UPSC 2027 prelims plus mains batch. It is in offline mode in English medium started from 17th of August. To know further details, you can scan this QR and that is at Karol Bagh, Delhi. So if you want to know more about this batch, you can scan it or you can call out at our registered number or you can search more on website. Moving ahead, what are the advantages of these polymer notes? First of all, they last 2.5 to 4 times longer than cotton paper currency. Counterfeiting of currency. You might heard a lot regarding to that counterfeiting of currency of paper notes. So polymer notes allow security features that are far harder to replicate that those on paper notes. So it is difficult to counterfeit them. Then improving currency management because they are having longer lifespan which reduce expenditure on printing, transport, storage and disposal. The fourth point is the most important one. Initially, to make these polymer notes, carbon footprint is more. But eventually, with time, when we continue to use these polymer notes, the overall cost effect will get reduced. So might be in prelims, they will ask you a question that the carbon footprint is more in polymer notes in short run, but in long run, the overall cost will be reduced. That's a true statement. So the Energy and Resource Institute, TERI, said that RBI found that although polymer notes have higher initial carbon footprint, but as we use them longer, the lifespan cycle carbon footprint has fewer notes need to be manufactured and transported. So long run may we have more positives. Global precedent, as I told you that Australia was the first country to adopt them. 60 countries including Canada, UK, New Zealand, Mexico, Brazil, all of them are using these polymer notes. Now, what are the challenges in this polymer currency? First is production cost is high. Production cost is 30 to 60% more than the paper notes, because we also need other supporting infrastructure for them. Like we need ATMs, recalibrated ATMs, then note sorting machine, we need vending machines, cash handling infrastructure, then environment trade-off. As I told you that initially the amount of money or carbon footprint is more, so higher carbon footprint demands specialized, better recycling facility. Third, import dependence. India currently import around 1/5 of its polypropylene requirement. अब जब हम इस चीज को ज्यादा करेंसी के फॉर्म में बनाएंगे तो वी नीड टू इंपोर्ट मोर ऑफ दैट, एंड यू ऑल नो दैट ग्लोबल volatile market, especially after this Iran-US war, it create more problems for us and it will lead to more import cost also. Then past setback, RBI proposed polymer 10 notes, rupee 10 notes in 2009, followed by a pilot in 2012 across 5 cities. But this project was shelved due to technical challenges. So already we had tried that in 2009, but the results were not in much favor of us. That's why we stopped this process because of challenges. Then, if we talk about whether in context of India, are these polymer notes or this currency is good for us or not? So first of all, India would need to assess the suitability of our hot and diverse climate condition. We also need to check whether these currency are compatible with our ATM and processing machines, printing infrastructure cost, whether public can easily accept them. Apart from disposal and recycling system need to be checked. And lastly, comparative resistance regarding to counterfeiting and physical damages. We need to check all these things. Then only we can say India can accept them fully. Now, there might be a question like, what is the RBI's clean note policy? So RBI announced this clean note policy in 1999 to ensure that we must have clean, good quality currency note and coin, and they withdraw soiled and multilated notes from circulation. Objective is to improve the quality and lifespan of currency, enhance public convenience, and also to have maintain confidence in the currency system. So bank can issue only clean notes and not, very important, not recirculate soiled notes. So unrestricted exchange of soiled and multilateral notes at currency chest branch, even for non-customer. Then stapling of note packet was discontinued. If you had checked that, whenever we'll get that note, a pile of note, it is with plastic covering. So stapling of note packet was discontinued and replaced with paper polythene banding to reduce damage. RBI used currency verification processing system to sort, verify, shred, and for unfit notes. Now, if we talk about the currency management in India, the Constitution of India placed currency, coinage, legal tender, and foreign exchange under the legislative domain of Union government through Union List. RBI Act of 1934 provides a legal framework, whereas the Coinage Act provide the design, production, and circulation of coin issued by Government of India. So RBI has an exclusive authority to issue banknote, currency, maintaining currency demand and adequate supply of overall currency. 1 rupee note is signed by Finance Secretary. Apart from that, every other note is being circulated and issued through RBI. Even 1 rupee note signature is by Finance Secretary. Okay, so this is important point. Now, there is one particular question for you. With reference to polymer banknote, consider the following statement. You can pause this video and you can answer this question. Polymer banknotes are made from biaxially oriented polypropylene instead of cotton-based paper. Polymer banknotes generally have longer circulation life. The Terry study commissioned by RBI concluded polymer notes have a lower life cycle carbon footprint despite a higher initial production footprint. India already completely replaced. No, we hadn't done that. So this is the wrong statement. 1, 2 and 3 are the correct one. Friends, a very important program for you all that you all must think to join about that regarding to Parivartan Mentorship Program, that is PMP. It has both prelims and mains test division. For GS section, we have number of tests 20, full length sectional test 20, full length test 18, CSAT sectional test 18, CSAT full length test 11, current affairs 7 test, and current affairs full length test 2. So total number of prelims tests around 76, and total number of question to practice is more than 4,000. For mains, we have sectional test 36, SS sectional 9, SF full length test 4, and GS paper 1 to 4 full length test 20. So total number of mains tests will be 69 and subjective questions 650 plus. It is a 13-month guided journey to transform a dream into success. And to know further about that, you can scan this QR or you can call on our number, or you can further ask for the details. So if you all like this particular video, please mention in the comment, please like, and please subscribe our channel too. Thank you so much and take care all of you.